If your plants never seem to grow the way you expect them to, even when you water them regularly and add fertilizer, there's a good chance the real problem isn't the plant itself, it's the soil. A lot of gardeners assume that poor soil simply needs more fertilizer, so they buy bag after bag, season after season, and still end up disappointed with weak growth and low harvests. The truth is, fertilizer doesn't actually fix soil, it only feeds the plant for a short time. If the soil underneath is unhealthy, that boost never lasts. What really matters is the condition of the soil itself. When soil is healthy, plants grow stronger, they resist stress better, and they need far less intervention from us. And before we go any further, if you're interested in simple, practical ways to improve your garden naturally, you might want to subscribe. That's what this channel focuses on. When people talk about poor soil, they're usually describing soil that doesn't behave well. Either water sits on top and refuses to sink in, or it disappears almost instantly and leaves the ground dry again. Roots struggle to grow deeply, and plants never quite reach their potential. Healthy soil should feel loose in your hands, it should hold moisture without staying soggy, and it should have life in it. If you dig down a little and never see worms, never notice insects, and never smell that earthy scent, the soil is likely lacking biology. One of the biggest mistakes gardeners make is trying to fix poor soil by disturbing it even more. Constant digging and turning may look productive, but it actually breaks down the natural structure of the soil. Each time soil is disturbed deeply, air pockets collapse, beneficial organisms are exposed and killed, and the soil becomes weaker over time. Healthy soil improves best when it's allowed to rebuild slowly, from the surface downward. One of the simplest and most effective things you can do is start adding organic matter on top of the soil, not mixed in, not dug under, just laid gently on the surface. Organic matter can be many things: dry leaves from around your yard, grass clippings after mowing, old plant stems, kitchen scraps, even weeds, as long as they haven't gone to seed. Instead of throwing these things away, return them to the soil. When organic matter sits on the surface, worms and microorganisms pull it down naturally. This improves soil texture without disturbing roots, and it feeds the soil in a slow, balanced way. Another powerful practice is keeping the soil covered. Bare soil is stressed soil. Sun bakes it hard, rain compacts it, and life slowly retreats from it. Covering the soil with mulch acts like protection. It keeps moisture from evaporating too quickly. It shields the soil from extreme temperatures, and it creates a safe environment for soil organisms to thrive. Mulch doesn't need to be expensive. Dry leaves work well. Straw works well. Thin layers of cut grass work well. Even shredded cardboard can be used. Once soil stays covered consistently, you'll notice it becoming softer, darker, and easier to work with. Weeds are another thing many gardeners misunderstand. Weeds often appear where soil is damaged or exposed. Their roots break through compacted layers, and their leaves protect the soil surface. Instead of pulling weeds out and removing them completely, try cutting them at ground level. Leave the roots in place. Lay the cut tops back onto the soil. What once competed with your plants now becomes organic matter that feeds the soil. Certain plants can also improve soil simply by growing. Legumes, for example, help add nitrogen naturally. Deep-rooted plants loosen compacted layers below the surface. Fast-growing plants create large amounts of organic matter quickly. After harvesting, leave the roots in the ground. As they break down, they leave behind channels that improve air and water movement. You don't need a compost bin to compost either. Composting can happen directly in the garden. By burying kitchen scraps shallowly in the soil, you feed soil organisms right where plants need nutrients. This method reduces waste and builds soil at the same time. Watering also plays a major role in soil health.
Too much water pushes oxygen out of the soil. Too little dries out the life within it. Watering deeply but less often encourages roots to grow downward and helps soil hold moisture naturally over time. Soil improvement doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen reliably. Within a few weeks, you may notice the soil staying moist longer. Within a season, plants begin growing more evenly, and after a few seasons, the soil itself becomes rich, dark, and crumbly. This is how soil has always been built in nature, slowly, quietly, and without chemicals. Fertilizer feeds plants for a moment. Healthy soil feeds plants for life. When you focus on improving the soil, everything else in the garden becomes easier. If this was helpful, let me know in the comments what kind of soil you're working with. And in the next video, I'll show you how to fix compacted soil without digging at all. Thanks for listening, and happy gardening.